At Forever Paws Animal Shelter, our mission is simple: place these valued animals in loving homes. Forever Paws Animal Shelter, giving animals a new leash on life.
Hey, how's it going, guys and gals? Brad the GUITOLOGIST here. Got a lot of projects and stuff obviously in line and things I need to get to, and my wife has been working on her master's thesis, and I haven't been able to get to as many things as I've liked, but I've actually got one amp repair coming up very soon. But in the meantime, I thought I'd throw this quick video up there. What I wanted to talk about was how to make your playing sound less robotic by using dynamics. And when I say using dynamics, I mean mostly dynamics driven with your picking hand. And as you guys, many of you know already, I don't use a pick for the most part. I usually pick, unless I'm doing strumming or something like that, you know, or some flat picking, I will use a pick. But for the most part, I do pick with my fingers, and it kind of lends a little bit of a different approach to picking and dynamics than you would have with a regular pick. But I wanted to show you some tricks you can maybe incorporate into your own playing that will help you not sound quite as robotic in your playing. And you know, the little runs that I was doing right there are pretty good examples. And what I usually do, as far as the picking is concerned, I get a lot of dynamic mileage out of this middle finger. This middle finger is responsible for a lot of the little snaps that you will hear in my playing, like the... And you can see there I'm actually plucking two different strings. I'm plucking a false note. So there's two different notes there. The first one is a false note. So it gives it kind of a bluesy rake effect. And I've talked about that a little bit in the past as well, but you know, this is something that you can incorporate in your playing if you're trying to get into finger picking more. Is that little false note right before a dynamically hard or louder note. And what that does is, like, again, you know, it kind of lends sort of a sense of you're, you know, raking a pick across a string to hit that note really hard, when really that's not what you're doing at all. You're just doing this. Like right there. But you can see a lot of the accented notes that I'm doing in there. Actually, what I'm doing is not very complicated, but those little accents make it sound more complicated than it actually is, and lends the lines, imbues them with more interest, like than just going. Or something like that. You know, you can... But yeah, you can hear those little accents in there, and you know, they kind of and you hear like 4 or 5 of them in a row there, like you know, if you want to slow down and really accent a phrase. But you hear the difference between plucking a note. There's a regular note plucked, and here's the note plucked with authority. And you can really dig in with your finger, and you have to kind of get more on the meat of the finger than your fingernail. And, you know, I get a lot of criticism for my fingernails. People say they're nasty or whatever when I'm doing regular videos. But when they're playing, they do come in handy, and that's the reason I grow them. But, you know, there's a way to do this. Those notes were all using fingernail. And then you hear that last note right there. But yeah, I hope you found that helpful. Just a quick video, just explaining my approach to dynamics, and yeah, so we'll see y'all later.